Welcome back to Talks with Trey. Today we'll be talking about electric cars, and she actually has an electric car, so we're going to be asking her some questions. First question, what are some of the perks of having an electric car?
Okay, so I have the 2021 Hyundai Kona. It's white. She's very pretty. Her name is Carly. Some obvious perks that you would know is obviously we don't have to pay for gas, which gas prices in California are really going up. Really drives very smooth because it doesn't have to shift gears, so it's kind of like a spaceship. And I think the front looks really cool, the grate on the front. I know you are a big fan of that. What do you think? You like the front of it?
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's really quiet. It literally has noise added to keep humans safe. Yeah. Also, the mile prediction of how much charge you have left is really accurate. So if I turn the air on higher, it's gonna decrease how many miles I have left, and it's gonna be really accurate. And the last thing is that it does really well driving in traffic because it has regenerative braking. So it's charging the car as you brake.
Next question, what are some downsides to having an electric car?
Okay, so some downsides to having an electric car. I am not sure that you are aware, but when you have a normal gas car, you drive up to a gas station and then you put the gas in your car and then you pay $1 million and then you drive away. With an electric car, it is not as quick of a process. The charging does take a long time. There's different levels of charging, which I can talk more about if you're interested, but it can take anywhere from an hour and a half to 60 hours, depending on the outlet that I'm using to charge my car. And then I live in California, so it doesn't totally matter, but I think in cold weather, electric cars don't do as well.
Yes, that is true. They can't go as fast and they don't last as long because heat is better for the battery. I don't know, but yeah. So explain a little bit more about the charging infrastructure.
Okay, put your big brain on, put your thinking cap. This is gonna be some technical speak. I've learned a little bit about electricity. So my car is 64 kilowatt hours. To charge it with a typical level 1 120 volt outlet, it will take 60 hours approximately. If I charge my car overnight at my house, I will get about 25 miles. Other electric car charging stations that you see around or that you could have installed at your house would be a level 2 charger, which is 240 volts. That takes about 6 to 8 hours to get my car to 80%. That is the most common one. Charging that is pretty quick and pretty cheap. So it's gonna take a couple hours, but if you plug it in for, 2 or 3 hours, you're gonna get probably 60-ish miles. And then there's a third level, which is DC charging, and that, I don't know the volts, but it's super speedy. You can charge from dead to 80% in about an hour. You're not supposed to use this too much. It's not very good for the battery, but
I did not know that.
Yeah, it can wear it down faster, but when you're in a bind, that is how you would do a road trip across the country, I feel like.
Is there anything you wish you knew before you got your electric car?
So before I got my electric car, I was under the silly impression that I could charge my car overnight at a normal outlet. This is what Trey had told me. He had meant a level 2 outlet, which is fair because you can get a full charge. But I even asked people at the dealership and they're like, oh yeah, it just takes a couple hours. It does not, it takes 60 hours. So that would be something I wish I knew, was that it was gonna actually take a really long time, but it has not been a big issue at all. Other thing I wish I knew, because it led me astray a few times, is my car has a GPS system that tells me where all the nearest charging stations are, which is really cool. But they're not always accessible to the public, even if it says they are. So you're better off sticking to an app that has reviews and you can check it out. So it's just a learning curve, but it's fun. It's anything else we should know. Electric cars are very fun. That's what I would say.
Last one, which do you prefer?
I'm currently big on the electric car train. I mean the electric car, whatever. But we like electric cars here in Naya's life. I think my only comment would be the first 2 weeks I had my car, I was driving to Malibu every day, which was basically the full mileage of the car every single day. And since I don't have a level 2 charging at my house, charging that was a pain. Electric car is the way to go. If you are trying to drive 200 miles a day, you're gonna need gas. That's the reality at this point.
Hybrid?
I would go a hybrid. I just cannot in good faith recommend that unless you're gonna get a level 2 charger at your house, which if you are, then you're honestly good to go there too. But yeah, there's a little stress with how many miles. I still to this day don't know what happens if my car dies. Does AAA charge my car? Unclear. So that would be my advice, is to look into that. But yeah, if you're just doing regular driving, electric all the way saves so much money.
If you like this video, comment, and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, thanks for watching. And thank you, Naya.
yeah, Trey is the coolest. You should definitely subscribe.
Next question, what are some perks?
You just asked me that.